I'm here today to introduce you to Infrastructure Project Coordination. This is a new software as a service application that allows you to check spatial and temporal conflicts in infrastructure project coordination. And the kind of infrastructure I'm talking about is roadways. And the problem is a very difficult one because everybody wants to be in the same space. We've got the roads themselves and everything that's underneath it, all the utilities, that's gas, water, sewer, telecom, you name it. And this is a street in Boston. You can imagine what's going on there. So the problem is almost comical. So we came up with a cartoon about it, but it's not as funny when you're living the cartoon. We've all seen the problem. A road gets paved, and very shortly thereafter, it's cut up again. And this is the kind of churn that we're trying to address by having this application. So Envista developed this application for utilities, municipalities, and government agencies, such as regional planning boards, to exchange and coordinate project schedules via the internet map-based application. That's it in a nutshell. Here is a screenshot of what the application looks like. So users input their projects, and they're geocoded, and they're color-coded by icons that tell you the kind of facilities types there are: gas, water, electrical, paving, and so forth. And by having multiple stakeholders putting their projects in, we're able to identify conflicts. And once you've identified those conflicts, then you have an opportunity to start a process of communication to get the conflicts resolved. So there we go. By clicking on an icon, you see additional information that's available. All the contact information for all the stakeholders is contained in the system, and the dates of the projects. If you want to start communicating about a particular conflict, you press notify. Press notify, there we go. And you get an email window to open. You can embed a map as well. And the system tracks all the emails on this piece of correspondence about this conflict. And the whole idea is to try to create some resolution about it, so that typically the kind of resolution would be that all the people who dig go first. Water and gas dig first, and paving goes last. Seems simple enough. You know, municipalities, there are 6 or 7 utilities per municipality. And for the utilities, they've got like hundreds of cities in their service area. So here's the happy part of the cartoon. People are starting to get the information that they need, and they're starting to be able to collaborate. So collaboration rocks, basically. The kinds of benefits you can see, here's another use for the application. It's for tracking moratoriums. A moratorium is something the city does to try to get control of its streets and say, look, we just paved, no more digging on the street for 5 years. Unfortunately, they're not very good about distributing this information to other stakeholders. Opportunities is a whole other idea here. It says, let's put all these projects out, and then let's plan so that there's a logical order to where development happens, where projects are planned throughout an entire geography. I'm going to wait here a second to get to Baltimore. Baltimore is a case study, one of our users. They've got the application running in multiple departments: general services, transportation, Department of Transportation, Baltimore Gas and Electric, and another utility in their area. They're also using it to be able to do traffic management for special events and emergency incident management. So special events are things like a marathon, a festival. Emergency incident is something that we might know, like a broken water main. So it gives all these different stakeholders, all these different departments, real-time access 24/7 so that you can quickly disseminate information like an emergency situation. So you've got DPW, police department, traffic, and all the private utilities that have to know about something like this. Here's something that Baltimore did recently. They've got all their projects in the system, and they have their running festival. So several people were able to get on from remote locations to create a traffic plan for this event, and then they were able to publish it to their city website to make the information available to everyone. The application also unlocks additional layers of data, overlays such as for public safety, for transit, ortho imagery, pavement conditions. Cities are maintaining all this information, yet they have no way of being able to use it, practically speaking. Who's using it? I've listed a number of different cities that are using it, cities that you might have heard of, but there are lots of cities that are using it, large and small, and they're starting to get some significant mileage out of being able to do this kind of spatial and temporal planning. So that's infrastructure project coordination in a nutshell, as a whole. The whole idea is being able to give access to everyone and to visualize these projects on a map. My name is Martha Bednarz, and for more information, contact me at Envista.